Deep within the heart of Turin, Italy, lies a relic that has captivated the world for centuries, the Shroud of Turin. A simple piece of linen, about 4.4 meters long, it bears a faint, ghostly image. A man, scarred and broken, his body marked by wounds that tell a story of unimaginable suffering. For millions of Christians, this is no ordinary cloth. They believe it to be the very shroud that wrapped the body of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion. But what is this mysterious artifact? And why does it stir such awe and such debate? Stored in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist, the Shroud of Turin is one of the most revered and scrutinized objects in history. Every few years, it's displayed to the public, drawing crowds from every corner of the globe. Some come to pray, others to question, but all are struck by its enigma. The shroud doesn't shout its secrets, it whispers them. On its surface is the image of a man, bearded, tall, his hands crossed, his body bearing the marks of a brutal execution. Could this truly be a trace of Jesus, preserved through time? The story begins in the Gospels. After Jesus' death on the cross, his body was taken down, wrapped in a linen cloth, and placed in a tomb. The Bible speaks of that cloth, but then it vanishes from the pages. Centuries later, a mysterious shroud surfaces in Europe, its origins murky, its image undeniable. By the 14th century, it finds a home in Turin, under the care of the Church. For believers, it's a sacred link to the Passion, the suffering, death, and resurrection of Christ. For skeptics, it's a puzzle, a challenge to unravel. Is the Shroud of Turin a divine relic or a medieval creation? The question has sparked devotion, doubt, and endless investigation. Its faint image, barely visible to the naked eye, hides details that defy easy explanation. As we step closer, we'll uncover the clues embedded in its fibers, clues that have puzzled historians, scientists, and theologians alike. Join me on this journey into the heart of the shroud's mystery, a tale of faith, suffering, and the search for truth. The Shroud of Turin is no ordinary cloth. Etched into its fibers is an image so precise, so haunting, that it feels like a window into another time. A man lies before us, his body marked by violence, his face calm in death. Bloodstains dot his forehead, his wrists, his feet, his side. Each wound tells a story, and for many, it's a story that echoes the crucifixion of Jesus. Let's step closer and uncover the astonishing details hidden in this ancient linen. Look at the man on the shroud. His forehead bears puncture wounds, as if from a crown of thorns. His back is crisscrossed with welts, suggesting a brutal flogging. His wrists and feet show signs of piercing, consistent with nails driven through flesh. A gash in his side speaks of a spear's thrust. These aren't random injuries. They align eerily with the wounds described in the Gospels. Could this be coincidence, or something more? Then there's the blood. Tests reveal it's real human blood, type AB, a rare group. The stains show no signs of paint or dye. They're organic, soaked into the cloth. Some even contain traces of pollen and dirt, hinting at a journey through ancient lands. The whip marks, over 100 of them, match the Roman flagrum, a cruel weapon designed to tear flesh. The blood flow suggests a man crucified upright, then laid flat. Every detail feels like a snapshot of a first-century execution. But the shroud's greatest mystery emerged in 1898, when an Italian photographer, Secondo Pia, took its first picture. As he developed the negative, he froze in shock. The faint image on the cloth transformed into a vivid portrait, a positive image, clear and lifelike. The shroud was a photographic negative, centuries before photography existed. How could a medieval artist have known to create such a thing? The discovery turned the shroud from a relic into a global enigma. The Shroud of Turin is a battlefield, not of swords, but of science and skepticism. Its image begs questions no one can fully answer. Is it the burial cloth of Jesus, or a clever forgery from the Middle Ages? In the 20th century, science stepped in, armed with tools to probe the shroud's secrets. What they found only deepened the mystery, sparking debates that rage to this day. In 1988, the world held its breath as carbon-14 dating was performed on the shroud. The results were stunning. The cloth dated to between 1260 and 1390, a medieval artifact, not a first-century relic. For skeptics, the case was closed. The shroud was a fake. But believers cried foul. The sample, they argued, came from a corner repaired after a fire in 1532, contaminated by newer fibers. Could the test have been flawed? Doubts grew as other studies emerged. Pollen grains on the shroud matched plants from Jerusalem and the Middle East, not just Europe. The bloodstains, when studied with UV light, showed signs of trauma consistent with crucifixion. Some scientists found traces of bilirubin, a chemical linked to extreme stress, in the blood. Then there were the weaves. The shroud's herringbone pattern matched costly linens from the ancient Near East, not medieval Europe. Technology pushed further. In the 1970s, NASA scientists analyzed the shroud's image and found it encoded 3D data, a feature no painting could replicate. Lasers and holography revealed the image sits only on the cloth surface, with no pigment penetrating deeper. Recent studies even suggest the image could have been caused by a burst of ultraviolet light, an energy source unknown in medieval times. Yet, no one can recreate it. The shroud remains a scientific anomaly. Science has spoken, but the Shroud of Turin keeps its silence. No test has fully explained its image, no theory has settled its origin. Yet for millions, the shroud is more than a puzzle. It's a window into the divine. Many Christians see it as the only physical trace of Jesus' passion and resurrection, a cloth that holds not just history, but hope. What does this relic mean in a world of doubt and faith? Now protected by the Church, studied by science, cherished by the faithful. Its wounds, the thorns, the nails, the spear, mirror the story of Jesus so closely that many feel it speaks for itself. Whether it's his burial cloth or not, it carries a power to move hearts, to draw people to the cross. The shroud isn't just about proof, it's about meaning. It's a reminder of suffering, yes, but also of triumph. For Christians, it points to Easter, to the empty tomb, to life beyond death. Even if science one day explains the image, the shroud's message endures. Love can bear any pain, and hope can rise from any grave. It's a call to believe, not blindly, but boldly. So, what is the Shroud of Turin? A relic? A riddle? A forgery? Or something more? Science can measure its fibers, but only faith can weigh its meaning. Perhaps the shroud's true mystery isn't in how it was made, but in what it asks of us: to look, to wonder, to believe. Some truths, after all, are seen not with eyes, but with the heart. What do you see when you look at the shroud?